You know how long this took to build this?
A dark humanoid figure seems to be standing over Rachel in the reflection on her TV screen. When she moves closer, whatever it is seems to dart away and just disappear. So did Rachel capture something paranormal by accident? You tell him. Says he could barely see anything through the fog on the water and was unaware of what his camera captured at the time. He says that he simply continued down the tunnel and never saw anything that could explain what he had filmed. So what do you think is going on here? Could these mysterious figures have anything to do with the countless Mothman sightings in Point Pleasant? As always, whoever was trying to get into his tent is now standing right in front of him. And that's where the footage cuts off and the mystery intensifies. Mitch explains that he was shocked when out of nowhere a child appeared right on the busy highway in front of him. He says that the child looked no older than 6 and seemed to be wearing a blue coat. Mitch.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. Happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
Are you joking right now? Are you deep in the house, peoples?
There. Look at his name.
The camera captures a dark figure with glowing eyes that seems to walk up the staircase. A figure that has no visible lower body. So, what do you think this could be? Let me know down in the comments. Like figure seems to walk slowly through the living room. Since there's no source, I have no idea whether this footage is real or fake. But this creepy little ghost child is definitely spooky.
Oh, can you do that again? Fuck this.
Hello? No, I don't think so. No. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
At first, it's just quiet scratching, but then the string lights in her room are suddenly yanked down by what appears to be an invisible force. It's an intense escalation, and you can tell from Liv's reaction that she's absolutely terrified. Honestly, if that happened to me, I'd probably react the same way. Looking up at their window, they spot what
Pulled up, and what is that? Is that a person? What is that? Should be nobody in the house. Nobody at all. Okay,
You can see some sort of creepy entity peering down at the uploader before it slowly creeps its way back inside the cabin, while the uploader watches in complete shock and awe. Many people in the comments speculated that the figure might just be a curtain blown. But unfortunately for this YouTuber, that's exactly what he ended up seeing. Dressed in a long white robe and walking off to the side of the road, this off to the right hand side of the screen, a massive ghostly apparition can be seen moving its way across Tammy's lawn before eventually disappearing into thin air. Or up close in person. Bad Carrie says that their daughter, stepmom, and their daughter's boyfriend have all felt strange and uncomfortable while living there, and they haven't been able to explain why. They have apparently also had issues with lights turning on all by themselves, and not being able to turn them off afterward. Additionally, they have allegedly heard voices coming from the daughter's room when she isn't actually home. So who could have possibly been making those noises? And what is that shadow figure doing inside their home? It's unlikely we will ever find out. I honestly cannot come up with another logical explanation as to what this could be, and it appears as if the Reddit user also has no ideas. Keep in mind that this video was filmed at 3 AM, meaning that there probably wasn't anybody in the building, and if you look at the background, there's absolutely nobody else in the frame. So is this a shadow figure? Let me know what you think. People in the vehicle at the time sound petrified when they suddenly notice what appears to be a person standing in the middle of the road. What makes this even weirder though is that if you rewind the footage, the person does not appear in the road ahead of time. They simply seem to appear out of thin air. As soon as the driver and the passenger noticed the person of this upload seemed to be convinced regarding the authenticity of this footage, and it is not hard to see why. Some people suggest that it could be a ghostly nun making an appearance, which doesn't seem far-fetched at all, considering that this apparition is seen in a chapel. Of course, as with any video like this, it is entirely possible that this is either fake or just not a paranormal entity. But it is also possible that Sherman captured a ghostly nun on camera, and the evidence At first, I thought that the figure could have been nothing more than just a shadow or perhaps a bat, but that couldn't be possible considering the fact that this particular area of the Coney ghost house has no lights and no windows, and I'm not sure a bat would be able to fly this fast. This camera picked up something remarkable, undoubtedly. It's just a question of what exactly it was. We may never know the definitive answer. Within. One worker responded to a complaint about missing items from a cart, so he went over to the security camera room to review footage and was shocked to see this. It's definitely hard to dispute the fact that you can see somebody watching Nick and his friends from a higher up window. Whether this person is a shadow figure, a ghost, or just an average person has never fully been answered. Many commenters on this particular TikTok video are thinking that somebody could have wandered in the building and got lost, or it could. Although it sort of appears as though the woman behind the door opened it, that is actually not the case. Furthermore, by enhancing and slowing down the footage, it is possible to see a creepy looking face hiding in the darkness behind the woman.
Go. Knock, 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 go. Fin, sabi ko nga, diretso siya. Fin, nagbukas?
Obviously, because we couldn't see what was going on from the other woman's point of view, we will just have to take her word and assume that she didn't open the door. But the fact that Aubrey is convinced all these years later that this door opened all by itself is incredibly weird. If not, I don't really blame you, as you have to know exactly where you are looking, and also, the figure is definitely hard to see in general. But if you look at the end of the hallway, you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of full body apparition walking into frame before disappearing completely. This is definitely one of the more interesting pieces of paranormal footage I have seen in quite a long time. Not only can we see what looks to be a ghostly boy in the school, but some people even point out that it looks like the spirit might be sitting on the chair as well. After a few seconds though, the figure seemingly vanishes from sight just in the snap of a finger. This is definitely a short video, but the fact even though it was something as simple as a figure coming off of a bookshelf and a door closing on its own, it is certainly all the evidence you would need to want to get out of your house immediately. And by the looks of it, Fred did seem legitimately scared as he quickly moved away from the scene, as soon as he noticed what happened directly in front of him. If you thought just one shadow figure would be creepy, then you probably didn't expect there to be multiple shadow people